Hello, story lovers. Welcome to Tale Time with Udoka. People in Ogbomosho still talked about that day. The day Mr. and Mrs. Olawale finally understood why God kept them waiting. Some say it was a miracle, others say it was a test. But everyone agrees on one thing. Their 10 years of tears only made sense when they learned to be still. My name doesn't matter here. What matters is what I witnessed, because it changed the way I will ever think about waiting on God. In the quiet village of Ajegule, Ogbomosho, everyone knew the Olawales, a calm couple, a peaceful couple, married 10 years, yet no child. Tunde Olawale, soft-spoken, gentle, a teacher in the village school. His wife, Modupe, patient, skilled, a tailor with a heart stronger than the insults she endured. Every day, they walked through the village with quiet dignity, and every day, whispers followed them like shadows. Some whispers were soft, some were sharp, some were wicked enough to wound even a strong woman's spirit. At first, people pretended to care. Keep praying, God will do it, they would say. But their eyes always dropped to Modupe's stomach, hoping to gossip about any change. Then the sympathy turned into mockery. One morning at the well, Mama Shalewa shouted, Modupe, if you had children, they would fetch this water for you. The women around her laughed, the kind of laughter that pierces a person straight to the bone. During a village meeting, Baba Mukaila muttered loudly, a woman who cannot give her husband a child has no legacy. What is she even proud of? And one day, in a customer's house, Modupe overheard a woman say, At this point though, her husband should just go and marry another wife. Even yam planted in heaven will grow faster than 10 years. They smiled at her when she walked in, but the damage was already done. Her suffering didn't end there. At a family gathering at Tunde's house, Tunde's younger brother whispered, Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, don't you think you should try another option? Baba is already talking o. Tunde looked at him and said softly, My wife is not something to replace. We are together, child or no child. But even he had moments when the words followed him home. Then came the hardest blow of all, from his own mother. Tunde, she said one day, I am not getting younger. Before I die, let me hold a grandchild, just one. Those words shattered him. He went home, held his wife tight, and said nothing. Modupe cried quietly into his chest. Through all the mockery, the Olawales never insulted anyone, never fought back, never lost their faith. Every night they prayed, Lord, give us a child. Lord, stop the mockery. Lord, remember us. But the years passed and nothing changed. Still, they walked in love. Still, they served others. Still, they held hands in church. Even that became a reason for mockery. See them, acting like newlyweds, Someone said, they don't know remarriage until a child comes. But the couple remained calm, bruised but unbroken. Then came the Wednesday afternoon that rewrote their story. Dry season sun, heat strong enough to fry yam on the ground. Modupe was sewing in her shop. Tunde was returning from school. Both of them tired, tired of praying, tired of waiting, tired of crying silently. And that was the moment he appeared. A tall man in white buba and shokoto, dusty feet, gentle eyes, a presence that carried peace like a fragrance. Nothing looked unusual about him until he spoke. He greeted Modupe first. Good afternoon, my daughter. No one in the village ever called her that. She paused. Good afternoon, sir. How may I help you? I am thirsty, he said. Please, can I drink water? She rushed inside, brought water. He drank, closed his eyes, as though he was praying for her. Then he asked, how long have you been waiting for a child? Modupe froze. People usually ask that question with gossip behind their eyes. But this man asked with compassion. 10 years, she whispered. He nodded. 10 years is long when you count it by pain. But when you count it by purpose, it becomes a journey. Before she could speak, he added, a child is a blessing, but it is not the measure of your home. God wanted you to learn joy without conditions, peace without proof, love without fear. Tears rose up in Modupe's eyes. At that moment, Tunde arrived. The man turned to him. You love your wife deeply. Don't let anyone break that unity. Heaven has heard you more times than you know. Sir, do we know you? Tunde asked. The man smiled. Some messages are better received without titles. He reached into his small bag, brought out the kola nut, broke it into two, and handed it to them. This is not magic. It is a reminder. Be still. Stop praying from fear. Pray from peace. Your joy is not lost. It is only resting. He lifted his hands as if giving a blessing and walked away. Tunde and Modupe followed, but when they turned the corner, he was gone. No footprints, no dust, no trace. Only silence, only peace. And they knew they had entertained an angel. That evening, their prayers changed. No more begging, no more fear, no more tears. Their prayer became, Lord, teach us to trust you. Teach us to be still, even if our blessing come differently. We will still praise you. For the first time in 10 years, they slept peacefully. Months passed. Their joy did not depend on anything. Their peace stayed. Then one quiet morning, Modupe felt something unfamiliar, something she had never felt before. She ran to the village clinic. The nurse checked her, looked at her again, then smiled with tears in her eyes. Modupe, you are going to be a mother. Modupe fell on her knees, laughing, shaking, crying. Not because she doubted God, but because for the first time her joy came before the blessing. She was already whole. 9 months later, their baby girl arrived. Small, beautiful, loud, full of life. And the people who mocked them, silent. Some apologized, some pretended they never said anything. But the Olawales had no grudges. They had learned what God wanted them to learn. A child is a blessing, but joy must not depend on a blessing. I learned that peace comes when you stop fighting God. Faith becomes real when you are still and trust Him completely. To this day, the village still remembers the angel with dusty feet and the message he carried from heaven. And whenever a couple faces a long season of waiting, the elders say, "Remember the Olawales." When they stopped crying and became still, heaven opened. What has this story taught you? Do share down in the comment section. So, story lovers, we have come to the end of today's story. If you are new here and you're hearing my voice for the first time, or if you've been watching without subscribing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Give this video a big thumbs up. Drop all your comments down in the comment section and stay glued because we have so much more coming your way. It's still time with Udoka. See you in our next video and bye for now.